Hello and welcome to round 10 here in the PSF1 Championship. We're in Baku this week for the Baku City Circuit, and it's a very complex track. We're going to start with the lap now. It's quite an early start to the lap. This corner here, it's turn 16. You don't really need to nail your exit on your out lap. Is this section here that you've got to be nice and smooth through all the way up to 8th gear, approaching 215, 210 miles an hour depending on setup. As you can see now, full throttle all the way down into turn 1, very hard braking point, the RS open, very good overtaking opportunities here in the race. Down into turn 1 as late as you can on the brakes as possible, down into 3rd or 4th gear depending on preference, trying to not get too much of these curbs because they have raised them this year. Into turn 2, another 90-degree left-hander, trying to avoid the curbs as much as we can again, and on exit trying to not go over the white lines if possible, as there will be a lack of grip there. Up into 8th gear again, coming up to turn 3 now, the second DRS zone now. Another 90-degree left-hander all the way down to 2nd or 3rd gear depending on the driving style. Up into 5th now, into turn 4, a 90-degree right-hander down to 2nd once again. Quite easy to burn up the rear tyres here. Up into turns 5 and 6 now, the left-right, going into the castle section, just before the castle section here. Trying not to get too much curb on entry or exit again. Up into turn 7 now. Got a hard right-hander, hard on the brakes again. Nice and early on the power here because the car can drift out through the castle section now into 3rd gear, flash through the walls on the right and left into 2nd gear again as we come out of the castle section. Up into 3rd gear nice and early, trying to get the wheels spin to a minimum. And full throttle now through this next section of 13, 14, and then down into 15 where it's hard on the brakes. Down into 3rd gear, trying to avoid that inside curb if possible. Down the hill now into 6th gear, coming up into turn 16, trying to nail this apex here as it really does affect your run now. Onto the main straight, we've still got a couple of corners to go through kink at 17, 18 and 19, flat left right section now. And coming through turn 20 a little bit further on. You really want to be smooth coming through that last section where you can put it in the wall in the race, especially with a heavy car, but that is going to be a lap that is a 140.5 I believe it is in the end, 140.499, there you go. And hopefully you guys can have possibly a better lap than that, as it was not actually the best, but all the best to you. With only 2 rounds left, hope to see you in F1 and F2 etc. next season. Bye bye.